all you're going to be able to hear. But like the title says, we have some equipment in an upcoming online auction. So if you're interested in this stuff, check out Went Group. That's the name that the auction is going to be on. The auction's set for tomorrow. So definitely procrastinated on this. Going to do this live stream walk around on the equipment that we have in the auction a while ago, but cut my hand. So yeah, we've got some stuff that we're putting in an auction. Then we've got the strip till bar. This is the Yetter strip till bar that we were going to use there a couple years ago. Never ended up using it. So it's in the upcoming auction. We've got a Conveyall seed tender. Our Great Plains. Let's see if I can flip this thing around. This one arm stuff's not the funnest, but there we go. So our Great Plains drill, we're putting that in the auction. So this is a 30-foot Great Plains no-till, 7.5 inch spacing drill. We've got a high-speed header cart in the auction, Roadrunner header cart. Got that low boy and that truck in this auction. Truck's an 85 Volvo with a 400 Cummins. Pretty good truck. I think there's, if I'm not mistaken, something about a synchronizer or something. When you go from the high side to the low side, it makes a clunk noise. So I think it's something to do with the synchronizer there. Other than that, truck runs fine, starts up real easy. The low boy, I don't remember what tonnage it's rated at. I say it's pretty hefty, like a 30 ton, but I could be off on that. Can you guys hear me all right? Then we also got this truck. You guys probably haven't even seen this truck on the channel. This is a 98 Volvo day cab with a 36-foot Mallard hopper bottom. Trailer is in really good shape. We don't use it a lot. It's a really good trailer. We should use it more than we do, in my opinion. The truck, bad thing about it, it's only 8 lugs, so it's not near as heavy of a truck. I think it has a 300 horse Detroit, and I believe it's an 8-speed Rockwell. Yeah, the dash doesn't work. Gauges, none of them work except for the oil pressure and the air gauge, and that's pretty much it. CB comes with it, don't work. Hold on just a second, I'll get this. There we go. And we also have fertilizer cart for sale, even comes with the aluminum wheels. So this is what we strip tilled with last year, an all-wheel steer fertilizer cart. The cart tracks well. The cart itself's in great shape. We discovered last year, mid-season, that the tank has a leak in it. So if we filled it, I think it's a 1,600 gallon tank. If we filled it more than 800 gallons, it would leak. But like I say, the cart itself's in good shape. Even comes with a nice little bird nest. We had the big military tires that came on it. We popped one, so we just took singles off of a truck. Those are super singles. Got those very cheap, and they worked well. It would come with the military tires that came on the cart. Yeah, there's the brand of it. Yeah, all in all, pretty good fertilizer cart. We're streaming. Yeah. Hey, I'm streaming all the stuff in the auction. Where does that thing leak at? Do you remember?
Yeah.
So BJ pulled this cart around all year last year. I don't really remember where it leaked at, but it's.
It keeps about 800 or 900 gallons. There's very minimal leakage.
Leakage.
Free bird's nest.
Yep.
Oh, with bird. Right underneath there. See that seam?
Oh yeah.
Right there was the bulk of it. And what it is that sump kind of sags when you get product in there.
Yep.
Tried to patch it with various different stuff. Steerable cart though is in great shape. So.
Yep. And then I can't. Oh, we got Dad's homemade strip till bar in the auction. It's not over here yet. Probably won't move it until someone buys it. And then we have my corn head in the auction. So we never used this at all last year. We did use it quite a bit the year before. Corn head's in great shape, works fine. I don't think the header cart is for sale, but if you need a, I believe this is a 2008 8-row cloth corn head, worked fine. Going pretty good with it. Just didn't have a chance to use it last year. And with the gleaner, we have a new Capella corn head coming, so don't need it anymore.
Get truck number 3.
Huh?
Truck number 3.
That's not here, so no, I haven't. So yeah, we also have our older Volvo with a sleeper. That was George's truck. It is also in the auction. To be honest with you, I don't care if we sell that one or not because we're probably gonna need it. Park you guys up here for a second. See if we can see any. I don't know where the comments went. Oh. You want to read through those? I'm gonna get my coffee.
Hi from Croatia. Wow, what time of day is it there? You're either really late at night or really early in the morning, and your comments disappeared. Can I see the Lexion combine? When Brian grabs his coffee, we'll maybe take a walk over there. Kevin's on lunch. Great. What time is the sale? It's an online auction, and I would have to look at the papers on it to see what time that actually starts. Hi from Cincinnati. Hi, Larry. Do you know what time the auction actually starts?
I don't. I think it goes, if I'm not mistaken, the way Went does it, they do theirs all day long or something like that. It's different than like an eBay auction where it starts at a certain time. If you're interested in any of this stuff, like I would call Went today.
WENDT.
Yeah, I'd probably speak with Nick Cummins. That's who took pictures and all that stuff for us. The way I understand it, if you call them and get set up with them, you can do everything over the phone. You don't even have to mess with the computer. But I could be wrong there. I do know that the tender, the lowboy, and the drill seem to be a pretty hot commodity. A lot of people have been interested in them. Hoping a lot of people are interested in this corn head. That's mine. I want to get rid of. The auction's on went.com.
I've got more hair than Rob.
Who?
Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Don't know.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't. So whoever it was from Croatia and Germany and overseas, you guys are probably going to pay some pretty nasty shipping charges. I would probably see this one.
Yeah, I don't know what the shipping cost would be. Oh, we got a super chat.
Band-Aid fund.
Thank you. Got surgery to pay for. Yep, actually just got to see it for the first time today.
How'd that go?
It's kind of nasty.
Yeah. Somebody asked if they could see the Lexion. It's not in the auction, guys, but
Yeah, I'll take care of her in a second. I don't know if you can see my. That's what it looks like under there.
that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, they didn't have to cut it. So that originally they said they might have to cut it from the tip of my finger to the bottom of my palm, and they didn't. So I was happy about that. Hi guys from Shreve, would love to meet you sometime. We actually go camping in Shreve some.
We would love to come eat at Der Dutchman.
We like the food.
Or any other restaurant in the Shreve area.
Yep, I was there not long ago. We were looking at the JCB. That's where our JCB came from, actually.
I set that one out.
That one?
Huh? Oh no, I said I set that trip out.
Oh yeah. Someone said, "Are we selling the case planner in the auction?" No.
Tim, make an offer, buddy.
Yeah. So what we might do, depending on how this goes, we've been kicking around the notion. Oh, yeah, look, Cole's in there.
Who?
The corn star.
What?
You're selling your finger, I'd give you $7. 2 bushel corn, you got a deal. What was I saying though? Dang it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got starstruck by the celebrity.
Yeah, I know. Corn stars have that effect on you. Man, I really can't remember what I was talking about now. Oh, the case planner. So we've been kind of kicking over the notion of, depending on if this drill sells, maybe going to a drill for both, but we don't know. Don't know that we want to do that. We've had good luck. We've had trouble with the case planter, but it plants good. I mean, we've had good crops. So, I don't know. That, and I've heard a lot of people call drilling beans just a controlled spill, which is kind of true. Coldwater, Michigan. Where do you guys used to go?
I don't know where Coldwater is. We used to go to Thunder Bay. What is the name of that place? Thunder Creek? Thunder Bay.
Thunder Creek's our fuel trailer.
I know. I can't think of the name of that place. South of Alpena, or in that general area.
What did you do to your finger? So, Tuesday, Kayla calls me and says, hey, the house is on fire. So, in a mild panic, I run home. And what happened was she was cleaning the house and it started shorting out an electrical outlet. The electrical outlet was one of the indoor-outdoor outlets that it quit working. And it started shorting. So, threw the electric breaker. Little did I know it had already kicked in the fire. And hosed down the outlet, and then I was afraid that the inside of the wall was on fire. So I took a butter knife, because for whatever reason I didn't have my pocket knife, and I was trying to pry the siding off. The siding was on like a 1-foot strip in the corner of the house, so I couldn't pull it off by hand. And I took that knife and I stabbed it into the side of the house, and when I did that, my hand slipped, went all the way to the hilt, and just gave me a small cut right through there, but I cut my tendon in my finger and I couldn't move my fingers.
Hubbard Lake, Michigan. That's where we go.
So yeah, I had surgery on my hand to fix that tendon. How about an update on the new shop? So the only thing we can show you is where it's going to be.
It's looking good.
Yeah, so the new shop is going to be, so there's our storage barn, there's the grain bins. The new shop's going to be right in there. It's going to sit lengthways, I don't know, basically our big door, like this is going to be our yard to work on stuff. I have a big door like right there. It's kind of hard to show it, I guess, without a drawing, but that's about the only update I've got so far. You say someone wanted to see the combines?
Yep, somebody wants to see the Lexus.
So right now all the combines are here in the hoop barn, so we'll just walk over there. Thank you. That's service. How come selling the drill? So, I don't know, just looking to maybe upgrade the drill. What's an update on the house? Unfortunately, we don't have any ground broke. Just a lot of, I don't know, pains in the butt. Basically getting some title work done. I had to transfer some land and stuff like that, but all that has went through. So there's our sweet corn patch. Coons haven't ate it yet. They'll probably be there right before we do. So Dad doesn't know we're live streaming. His first comments could be working words.
We apologize.
Yep, so apologizing in advance. He's not mad, that's just how he talks. It is.
I forgot to wear my new t-shirt.
I've really been considering, everyone keeps wanting an unedited version. Well, YouTube doesn't like that. So what I've been thinking about doing is starting a Patreon and putting the unedited versions there, like with all the working words. I'm assuming since Patreon's a paid thing, actually I have no idea, but I assume they don't care if you do stuff like that. But yeah, there's the combines. So far this fertilizer barn has been a very good multi-use building. I know working on the combines in here is much more pleasurable. It's not near as hot. Usually we'd be greasing these things in the sun, and it's a lot cooler in here. It drags a lot of wind through here.
Apparently not right now, though.
Yeah, it's a little stuffy right now. It's a little muggy. It looks like it could rain. It's not supposed to rain, But just looking, sure looks like it could rain about any time. So one thing that might be happening today, the cleaner might be getting here today. Should be here sometime in the next couple of days. And I actually got a text when I started the live stream, so we'll see if it's coming today. Yep. I don't think it's going to be here just yet. Looks like they're still working on the head. But that's our combine. Yeah, keep loosening the chats. Oh, there they are. I'm not offended by working hours. That's good.
Here we.
Yeah. If I accidentally delete your comment or something like that, I'm left-handed, and this cast is on my left hand.
Nick Bell, yes, we are soon going to be in wheat.
Yeah, hopefully end of the week, but I don't know. That might have
Weather
to be,
permitting.
yeah, might be next week. How did Mr. Bob have a good Father's Day? Yeah, we had a cookout at the office yesterday. Everybody was well fed. Everybody had a good time. Are you going to get rid of the 8-row cornhead? Yep, it is. Earlier in the live stream, we looked at it. It is on the chopping block. Ooh, cut all my fingers off with the table saw. Yeah, my pinky's not that big of a deal all of a sudden. Your dad talks like Boomhauer.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's starting to look like Bill. Is that the guy's name? Pudgy guy with no hair?
Yeah. Any plans to enclose the hoop barn? So Dad talks about that often. I hope not, because I like it the way it is personally. It's raining now. If it starts raining, we're probably going to have to shut her down, because I'm guessing you guys won't be able to hear a thing we say. Were you awake for the operation? No, they put me under full anesthesia. First time I ever done that. So if you ever have to do that, not bad at all. They stick you with an IV, they give you something to knock you out, and then the next thing you know, you wake up and you had a great nap. Woke up with drool all over me. Slept for like 2 hours, and my hand was wrapped up. Who put up your hoop barn and what brand is it? So the guy that put it up is named Ray Yoder. He's the guy that's building my house. The enclosure is a con-top enclosure barn. You guys have any barley? Nope, no barley. And yes, I am going to have to do physical therapy. Apparently it takes a while to be able to move your finger after a tendon. And if you don't do physical therapy, it'll just be stuck like that, which would be less than ideal. Same with the colonoscopy, wake up and it's done.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. I could have had one. I wouldn't have a clue. It's kind of scary. Why not update the case to a John Deere high-speed planter? So, I don't really I don't really like the John Deere design either. So, I mean, Dad's definitely seems to hold together okay, better than the case, but it's still, in my opinion, like if I could combine the case planter and the John Deere planter, we would have one good planter. The ag leader components, they worked fine at high speed, but the John Deere components seemed to fail pretty. I mean, that seemed to be the limiting factor once we got the ag leader stuff
just
done.
basically falling off.
Yeah, I mean, they were. I mean, I don't know if a new John Deere planter is maybe built for the high speed or built a little heavier, but ours, yeah, it just wasn't.
I think barley is kind of a regional thing.
So there is some barley because they sell it to the Budweiser plant.
Yeah. There's a few guys.
There's a Budweiser, they're a brewery in Columbus.
Anheuser-Busch, Northern Columbus.
Yeah, so Budweiser's, Busch Lights, and Bud Lights get brewed here, I think, don't they? I don't know if Bush's do or not.
We should go on a tour.
We should. They should let us tour it. Nice to see the brothers together.
Is that from the fire? Actually, Brian sprained his wrist reaching for his wallet.
I told the nurse and the doctor when they were wheeling me back to the OR, I was like, this was dumb. My health insurance deductible cost more than my home insurance deductible. I should just let it burn.
Probably could have both covered in the house that way.
Yeah. A case 1250 or 1250 case with an Aguilar model. See, the only thing about that is I still have to have the Pro 700 to fold and unfold it. One thing that would make me more likely to want to keep the case planer was if it became completely isobus and I could run it through an Aguilar monitor. Then everything would be talking to each other. Everything would be streamed to Agfinity. That would be pretty slick. But still, I don't know if that's going to be a thing for next year. Did you buy a new Capella corn head? Spoiler alert, we did. So the Gleaner will have a brand new folding 12-row Capella corn head. And we kept the other one, so that should make harvest fun. I don't know how quick BJ is on the cart, but he's not going to be that quick with 2 12 rows. What about an Agco planter? So I like the Momentum planter quite a bit. I think it is a great corn planter. I think for just a strictly bean planter, it is a little bit more overkill. Don't get me wrong, if it was the same price as like if there was an ideal planter that was 5 years old and in my price range, I would go with it. But they're just so new. Did I say ideal planter? Momentum planter. They're so new that they're just not going to be in the price range for what we're wanting to pay for a bean planter.
They do a really nice job planting beans, though. I mean, the plot across the road looks great.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, it's probably just a bit too much.
I mean, you're talking probably a $350,000 investment for the bean plant, for that particular planter, just to plant beans. In my opinion, that planter's probably worth it, but you're going to see that benefit in corn way more than you are beans. I think like a $100,000 planter would do the same for beans. But if we do an air drill, we were looking at a sunflower air drill just like we ran. Only problem is that drill only comes in 30 feet. We'd really like to stay 40 foot because that's what we plant beans with. I mean, if we go with a drill, it's going to be planting beans and wheat, and we'd really like to stay 40 foot. Las Vegas. Former Jackson County, Vinton County resident. Some slight upgrade.
Oh, rude.
How did the tile work out? So the tile worked out really well. It's been relatively dry this year, but those fields, like the stands, look pretty good in them.
So there's one spot in the last field that we did that Dad swears up and down is holding water because of the tile. I have a feeling if we dig down in there, we actually hit old field tile, and that's why there's a water hole there.
Yeah, and it's not a big spot at all. Like,
and it was wet when we started that, and
like it's not even the size of like the tractor.
You could probably get a tire in it pretty easy though.
Yeah, you could make a rut, but I don't think. I mean, it's not drowning out an acre of beans.
No.
What tractor will you use on carts? So we've talked about that a little bit. Probably one of the Challengers. Could be the John Deere, but we had talked about using the John Deere and wheat, and then I don't know. We still have some hours on one of the tractors.
It sounds like for wheat, the Challenger that I just drove in on is going on J&M. How's your mother doing? Mom's actually doing pretty good. Dad took her out for ice cream Saturday. It's the first time that she has been out of the facility since she's been up there, as far as, you know, going out and running around with Dad. I guess they had a good time. They were out for about an hour. That's something Ohio has just started allowing people to do. After wheat harvest, I think Dad's going to try to bring her home for a little bit, maybe have a little cookout or whatever. See some family that she hasn't had a chance to see her, so that should be fun. Yeah. Steelers. Justin Caldwell, you are blocked.
What?
He said, "Here we go, Steelers."
Yeah. I think someone's here looking at equipment. That's a road.
Okay.
Brian, you on the second cup of coffee? I am. The first one was at 7. I'll tell you what, one thing that has been a real pain in the butt with only having like one usable hand, like they got this one wrapped up and my whole hand's still kind of sore, so I haven't really used it at all. My watch is on backwards and I can't switch it. You guys should get the mowboard plow ready for your dad. So dad wants to take his 40/20 and he wants to mowboard plow and then plant with a 6-row a few acres. I'm all for it. I don't think he's serious. I've never mowboard plowed. I think it would be fun to try. Who's going to plant beans after wheat? So last year BJ did because he started planting while Dad and I were finishing the wheat. I don't know how we're going to do it this year. We're a little short-handed. So Larry Guy helps us. He's a little sick right now, so it might just be the 3 of us for a little while. Coffee is gross? No. Coffee's life. Heading to National Youth Trap Shoot. Well, congratulations. Good luck. Hope that works well for you. I've never really shot trap a whole lot, but I have done it a few times. I like anything that goes boom. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now either because my trigger finger is wrapped up in this thing. Can't even use a drill. That's the trigger finger I was talking about, my drill trigger finger, obviously. So what's the fix for folding the case planter? So I don't know. That was an issue that's been going on with that planter. It was going on with it before we bought it. We didn't know it, but one of the techs that has worked on that planter, he said the previous owner had the same issue. So. How is George doing? George is good. I actually went camping with him and a few other guys over the weekend. So I had my hand cut Friday. Friday morning, we were staying at a local state park, but I drove my camper over there Friday morning before the surgery. And then we camped there. We didn't stay Friday night. We stayed Saturday, though. How many kittens did you end up with? To be honest with you, I have never seen them. BJ's seen 3. We're pretty sure that the mama ate 2 of them, so I think there's only 1 left. Or something disposed of 2 of them. Hello, Brian. Get well soon. Thank you. All in all, it's not bad at all. Could be way worse. So. Hello from Trinidad. Time for a Timmy's run. So Tim Hortons is a little far. The local donut shop's like a couple miles up the road, and that's usually where we get coffee from, or we make it at home. Usually I just make some at home. Start moving, stay in one spot too long. Gotta at least look like from a distance we're doing something, in case Dad sees. I'm just kidding. Like I say, someone's here looking at some of the equipment in the auction. So if you're just joining the live stream, we are having an online auction. We're selling some equipment that we don't use anymore, some stuff that has been replaced. Just go to the front of this live stream and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, that auction is at the Wint Group, and that is tomorrow. Yeah, we've been kind of getting it staged down there. Do you enjoy iced coffee and warm days? I don't like cold coffee. I like the coffee. It's in a slushy form sometimes, but usually I drink hot coffee and just try to drink it when I'm in a cool spot. Speaking of which, I left my coffee down there. Let's find a place to plop you guys down and we'll read some more. Put you in the front of the feeder house. It's a good place to sit. I'm just not a fan of coffee. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to. See, my dad started drinking coffee when I was a kid, and I wanted to be just like Dad, so I had to start drinking coffee. Mocha Kit Kats are a quick substitute for coffee. Yeah. So are you going to buy a new semi? So it depends on what sells tomorrow. If we sell 3 semis, we will be buying another one because we still have 3 hopper bottoms, and that would leave us with just 2 trucks. Only problem is, last year when we bought that red semi, that same truck now is about 2 to 3 times as much money. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. How's the Roxor? So Roxor's good. I've almost got it to where I want it. I've got a few more modifications we're making to it, but not many. mechanically, it is where I want it. Just had the suspension reworked. It rides really good, articulates really well. Lockers, new gears, 35-inch tires. Big fan. Is the black semi getting sold? Absolutely not. That's my favorite truck we got. Would you like to increase bin capacity? So right now, our bins are adequate for what we're doing. We would need some more land or some farms that get stored in certain places. Something would have to change in the operation, but for right now, we are pretty good. Which I'm glad, because bin prices, like I think bins went up 20 or 30% since last year just because of steel price increases. So I'm glad we built our bins when we did. And this year, they paid for themselves, like in 1 year. So when we stored the corn, for example, corn was, let's just say it was $3.80, and we sold some for like $7.20 a few days ago. How's the JCB doing for you? So it was over here. Dad moved it to the house. We still use it quite a bit. Way more versatile of a machine than I thought it would be. I really thought that it was a waste of money. I liked the machine, but I was like, man, for just loading fertilizer, seems like we should not buy this and buy a really cheap loader, but it works great. So we might be selling the old Volvo. The old Volvo is in the auction. All of our old Volvos are in the auction. Overall, do you have any problems with Tier 4 emissions? So we've had a few things. We have a lot of Tier 4 engines now. I don't think we've had anything with the combines, actually, but I don't think we've had anything with the new Challengers. Dad's old Challenger, we had an emission issue when it was pretty new. And what else? I can't remember. Maybe we did have a depth issue with my combine, maybe? Not 100% sure. Overall, we haven't had a whole lot of issues, but none of this stuff has high hours yet. I mean, like 3,000 hours. Now the semis, the red Kenworth, it has quite a bit of hours on it. Every now and then it will throw a code, but I don't think any of it's been DEF related. Are you going to haul, what are you going to haul heavy equipment with? So we have a lowboy. We have a newer lowboy. Dad wanted something a little bit newer, maybe a little bit better shape. So yeah, he replaced his lowboy, probably like July, or not July, January. Have you had a Sunburger lately? Not for a while. If you don't know what Sunburger is a local chill coffee hamburger joint. Very good. At least it used to be. There was a man that put 3.2 million miles in his Volvo car. Well, none of our trucks have that many miles. How is the tendon? Good. Todd and Vanessa, thanks for the wishes. Just going catching up on some older comments here. Brian is a millionaire. Not quite. Working on it though. That's the goal. Are you in need of a farmhand? I think we've got enough guys to help us for now. Got some people who are going to help while Larry's getting better. So we should be all right. Cut any wheat yet? Not yet. We are, we're probably a week out. We've got some that's getting close, but just not quite there yet. Love the 9410. Yeah, we're actually pretty big fans of it ourselves. So that's the first Deere articulator I've ever been around, and no complaints. I'm gonna find my coffee somewhere. I'll sit down over here, I think. Is George going to help this year? Nah, George is pretty much. I about bet if I asked him to and we really need him, he would. But I think he wants to stay retired, so he's staying retired. He'll give us a ride every now and then, stuff like that. Do you have aquifers under your farm so you can put a pivot? We have an underground river that flows through this area. It would not be hard to put a pivot in. Someday we will have a pivot. We just don't have one yet. Do you eventually think wheat will hit the point where it won't be worth it anymore? So I thought it hit that point like 4 or 5 years ago, but the way it is this year, we'll actually make some money with wheat. We're pretty fortunate. We grow pretty decent wheat. That's the only way it pencils out. That, and we're fortunate enough that we can raise pretty decent double crops. I question why we grow wheat, but yeah, this year it's going to work out pretty good. Mark, thank you for the super chat. Grew up on a dairy in Northwest Alabama. I really enjoy the channel. Well, thank you, and thanks for super chat. Let's go see if we can find Squishy somewhere. He's probably hiding. He usually stays under the test shack. The test shack is actually like a yard barn, so he just lives under it. It's really windy over here, so if it gets hard to hear, I'm sorry. Flip you guys around here. I know you guys like looking at my pretty face, but it's weird. It's weird. Too much eye contact. I have to get the mower over here tonight. Getting a little shaggy. Where none of us live over here yet. I know it frequently doesn't get mowed as often as I'd like it to. Usually under there. That's where he stays. Nope, there he is. Alright, Squishy. There's the mama cat. For some reason, BJ calls that cat Dog. I have no idea why. No, Squishter's got something going on with his eye. He's looking a little skinny. He's definitely more of a barn cat than like a pet. So every now and then he looks all mangy like that. Do any fishing? No, I used to fish whenever I was a kid, just don't really have time. Kind of like a guy named Sue. Yeah, with the cat. But we thought Dog was a male, and then Dog spit out some kittens. So we were wrong. And I think they are getting spayed and neutered, so won't be any more kittens. I don't mind a couple cats around here, just because of, you know, mice, but I don't want a bunch of them. Seems like when cats get to breeding, they get out of control, and yeah, just not really what we want. Not the most ideal situation. That, and you know, you start running over them and stuff like that. Greetings from UK. Your channel has been a very welcome distraction during the lockdowns. Hope you guys' lockdowns are getting a little more tame. Everything's pretty much back to normal in Ohio anyways. So like when I go to the hospital, I have to wear a mask, but that's really like, that's the only place. You make contact with me in the bathroom. Yeah, I've always wondered how many people are like taking a dump when they're watching us. If you ever thought about growing 75-day corn and growing beans after, there are guys in Maryland doing that. So not really. One of our neighbors, he has grown double crop corn after his wheat. Had pretty decent luck with that, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't do it this year too. So my sister-in-law said Kayla wants 50 cats. So Kayla is not a cat lover. No secret there. She likes Squishy, but that's about the only one. Much more of a dog person she is. Is it hard for you guys to get continuing education? Not really. There's definitely not been as many opportunities as there had been before COVID, but still very doable. Have you thought about growing tobacco? So Not really. I know there's a lot more restrictions with tobacco farming. Like I think you have to have government contracts and stuff like that. I don't think it would be something that I would want to jump into. I'd say it's kind of one of them things that's probably hard to get into if you're not already doing it. But with how short on time you actually use your planter, would you consider leasing one? Yeah, but I mean, you're still making a payment on it. I mean, it's basically the same as buying it. There's no one that's going to lease. There's not any that I know of around here that are going to lease a planter for like 6 weeks or something like that. You're still going to be in like a long-term lease, basically just buying it.
God dang horsefly. Get out of here.
Just got bit by a horsefly. Getting attacked. Bit me right on the shoulder. He's lucky I didn't cast him. Are you going to be running 2 grain carts? No. Right now we only have 1 cart on the farm, and we don't have enough people. We really don't need 2 grain carts either. What's the news on the new house? So the house probably won't get started till I would say late summer, if then.
Dang on, horsefly is back.
Again. Just gonna go over here. But yeah, I don't look for that to get started till late summer, which is fine. Lumber prices are kind of going down a little bit, so not hurting my feelings any. Man, everybody just left. Oh, there's BJ. We'll walk through the corn patch here. So this is Roundup wheat corn. Yep, we're gonna eat the GMOs this year because it's delicious. And I'm not weeding this thing with a garden hoe. I'm gonna weed it with a sprayer. I would read some questions while I'm walking, but I can't swipe up with my hand. What?
Raccoon.
There's a raccoon. Oh, we got some live action here, folks. BJ.
He's a little angry.
BJ just went to throw some trash away. We got a coon in the trash. My relocator's in my other truck.
Okay. Right now, my heart's relocated right about here.
Yeah. How big is he? Just how
I
big?
didn't look. I mean, I thought the dog was in there the way ground.
Just how big a boy is he?
He wasn't too impressed with me.
Yeah. I don't feel like getting in a fight with a raccoon.
I mean, you do have a club in your hand.
Yeah, but it's a sore club. Here, you hold that for a second.
Yeah.
Got bit by a horsefly talking on that thing.
Well, I about got bit by a raccoon taking some water bottles out of my truck. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's in there, trust me. Maybe if I climb to the top of the leg, I'll get a better view of him.
God damn it!
Uh-oh.
Got bit again.
Easy.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. We're on a live stream.
Yeah.
Thing followed me over here and bit me on the leg.
A raccoon?
That horsefly.
Oh,
whatever
okay.
It was. A dragonfly. Must taste better.
Got a super chat there from Rose Epler.
Squishy. What are you doing, dude? Get in there. Take care of this.
Rose asked, "How is your mom?" Mom is doing well. Mom is doing as good as she can be.
Hi, Squishy.
So, there's the raccoon. We'll just leave him alone. Dog will get him. Dog's vicious. We might have to take part in a relocation effort for the raccoon. I feel bad for him. Might have to go get some equipment. We won't show that on YouTube though. or anything. I didn't think so.
Drop a board in there and he will climb out. I'm good with him staying in there for the
Yeah,
moment.
he's gonna eat our sweet corn. Yeah, it didn't do anything. All right, guys, we're gonna get off here. I think we got some stuff to do. I guess missed a phone call from someone supposed to be meeting me here. So, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, we are auctioning some equipment off on the WIT group. So search the WIT group. The online auction starts tomorrow, June 22nd. So if you're interested in some trucks, drills, seed tenders, low boys, check it out. But thanks for hanging out. And I don't know when the next video will be out, but